What's up, comic fans? It is time to preview the comic books coming out November 12th, alright? So these are new books that are going to be in your comic shop, and then we do have some FOC books, and those you have to order by November 17th, alright? By next Monday, alright? But the books we're talking about come out today on a Wednesday. So we got spec books, spotlight books, we got those FOC books, and we got the rest of the books coming out, and we're going to get into it right after this. Welcome back. All right, let's get into it. First off, we're going to start off with American Caper number 1. And why is American Caper number 1 on the spec list? Well, this is made by the same guys who have brought you multiple really good video games. We're talking Red Dead Redemption and Vice City, alright? And with such creative teams like this on the book, you never know. You know, they've got some pull, they've got some gusto, maybe they make it happen. Maybe this becomes something more than just a comic book. Alright, let's go. Let's get into the other books. Alright, we got Spider-Man and Wolverine number 7, and this is just your classic new villain, you know, new character spec. Alright, so you have this character that's kind of a cross between Wolverine and Spider-Man, Arachnic? Alright, something like that. But as you see here, plus the debut of an all-new villain who owes more to Peter Logan than you can imagine. Alright, so who knows what that means. And then last on the spec list is Venom 251, and that is the debut of a new Venom design in that book, alright? And there's a possible, some sites have mentioned the possible reappearance of a character that was killed in a Punisher book all the way back in 2099. Alright, so Venom's gonna get a new costume. Alright, so those were the spec books, guys. Now let's get into the rest of the books coming out this week that are spotlight books. Let's do the spotlight books. Alright, let's go. We got Die Loaded number 1. If you read the original Die, this is a return of that series. Alright, this is after they get out. So Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hans back again with Clayton Cowles, the letterer, to do some more gaming in there. There is a Peach Momoko variant if you want that. There's also a Youngblood team-up variant, so there's some interesting stuff. There's a blank variant, you know, for you people who go to cons. So all that good stuff. Alright, next up we got Youngblood Mass Market Edition number 1. There was a direct edition, I believe Rob Liefeld sold it himself, right? And then now they're printing it at Image, sending it out. Reason this is on the list, it comes with a trading card, alright? Welcome back to the good old 90s, where you can get a trading card with your book. Alright, Rob Liefeld, writer, penciler, inker, and then Chance Wolfe helps him out with that, alright? Last on the spotlight list, we have cover C of Spawn number 370, and you have Chapel and Priest on the cover, but who actually kills Al Simmons? We'll see, right, in this issue. Maybe some retcon going on. But there you go. Todd McFarlane writing it, Brett Booth on the art. Alright guys, let's get into those FOC books. First off, we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 24. This is solicited as the end, the last issue. Let me add, if this is the last issue, if Jonathan Hickman is dropping off the book, this could be the slow demise, if it doesn't quite end right now, of the Ultimate Universe, alright? Not that there aren't other great talents, but I feel like this book really propped up the Ultimate Universe. So if Ultimate Spider-Man and Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto are done, I'm not saying if Marvel decides to keep the Ultimate Universe going, it'll die quickly, but it looks like this could be the slow death of the Ultimate Universe. Just my 2 cents. Alright, moving on to the next book. We have Marvel Zombies number 4, red band, polybag. I just threw this up here because look, we got the Civil War zombie style between Zombie Iron Man and Zombie Captain America. Alright. Last but not least on the spec list is Batman Superman World's Finest number 46. Luthor and Joker team-ups. Kick it up a notch. Alright, and then you got Batman and Superman. Right, so you got Superman's forehead and hair, Batman's eyes, the grin of the Joker, and the jaw and chest of Lex Luthor. Alright, so those were my spec books for, not spec books, excuse me. Those were my FOC choices for this week. Remember, you got to get those by November 17th. Monday. Alright, now let's get into the rest of the books coming out this week. Marvel with a whopping 104 covers. Let's check it out. We got 1776. Looks like Cap is going back in time to save the Founding Fathers. What else? We got Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man Torn. Number 2. Eddie Brock is Carnage. That's on issue number 10. The Fantastic Four. If you're a Stephanie Hahn fan, there is a if you're a Jenny Frison fan, I'm stuck on that number 1. Yeah, if you're a Jenny Frison fan, there is the Jenny Frison cover. And Inyuk Lee is doing these Streetverse covers too. There's a couple of them coming out this week. What else do we have? You know, you got the Fantastic Four. They still got the Disney covers. Iron and Frost is on issue number 2. The World to Come, that's on issue number 4. We got Cap joining up. Marvel back, white and blood and guts. New Avengers are on issue number 6. Predator Badlands is coming out. The Hulk is on issue number 10. What else do we have? Rogue Storm. Sinister 6 is on issue number 2. Plenty of stuff. Spider-Man 94 is on issue number 3. Spider-Man Wolverine issue number 7. We talked about that as a spec book. Spider-Man Noir. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars is on issue number 7. Han Solo, Hunt for the Falcon. That's on issue number 3. You got Strange Tales, issue number 2. Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 22. Ultimate Wolverine is out with issue number 11. Venom 251 is out. What else? And then you got Wolverine Revenge, issue number 5. That's the red band, black and white edition. And then X-Men Tales from the Apocalypse is on issue number 1. We're at Image with this astounding 104 covers. I think these companies are trying to get out all their material before the holidays hit. Alright, let's see. Let's pick it up with Blood and Thunder. That's on issue number 7. Blood Squad 7. That's on issue number 11. Kaya, number 11. Wraparound release, Colossal Kaya. I believe that is the sequel to just the regular Kaya. Death to Pacheco is on issue number 2. You got Die Loaded. That's on issue number 1. G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero, with an Andy Kubert cover. That's on issue 322. The Power Fantasy is on issue number 13. I did not realize that book got so far. Red Coat is on issue number 15. That I believe. Spawn is on issue number 370. What else? Transformers. That's on issue number 26 with reprints of 25. What else? We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. That's on issue 6, not issue 2nd, issue 6, and that should be the final issue of that series. Witchblade, issue 16. What else? Youngblood. That's on issue number 1. There's like a Absolute Batman homage coming out. That's out of Third Eye Comics. Yeah, a lot of covers for Youngblood, including a Scotty Young. So if you're a Scotty Young fan, grab that. Alright, coming in at almost half the amount of issues, DC with 58 covers, including Absolute Batman number 12, the second printing. Alright. Action Comics is on 1092. What else? You got some Aquaman, you got some Batman. Batman Hush looks like it's finally wrapping up. What else do we have? Batman Static Beyond, issue number 1. There's actually some really cool covers for that. Batman and Robin, that's on issue number 27. Court, Children of the Round Table has an Akira cover. Let's see. It's a reprint or a facsimile of Justice League of America number 21. Where else we had Supergirl issue number 7, the Sozo Micah cover. Pretty cool. All right, we're off to Dynamite with 57 covers. Let's go. Blue Falcon and Dynamite, 5 dogs by my name, but on stage call me Dynamite, is on issue number 3. Let's see what else. We got Dynamite, Blood and Red. A lot of these companies just doing all these black and whites with color splash. But they seem to be pretty popular. You got Gargoyles and the Fantastic Four from Dynamite, issue number 1. Little crossover action there. That's interesting. I mean, they're all Disney, Marvel properties. Peter Cannon, Thunderbolt. That's on issue number 1. Panthro from the Thundercats. He gets a number 1. Thundercats are on the loose. Vampirella, Armageddon. That's on issue number 5. And now we're off to IDW with 36 covers. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring. Issue number 4 is out. Lots of covers for that. Event Horizon, Dark Descent is on issue number 3. Godzilla, Escape the Dead Zone, issue number 4. Lower Decks, Star Trek, issue number 13. There are a lot of Star Trek books. A lot of Godzilla books as well. Street Sharks, that's issue number 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla. See, there's another Godzilla book. That's on issue number 1. Look at all the covers for that. And TMNT Journeys, issue number 3. All right, we're off to Boom. Here comes the Boom. Ready or Not. Grimm is coming to an end. Look at all the covers for the finale of Grimm. Jenny Frison has done some of the variant covers for this series, so those are pretty cool. What else do we have? Just a lot of Grimm. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Ninja Rangers, that's on issue number 3. Wind, Power of the Blood, that's issue number 6. And now we're off to Dark Horse. And what's coming out of Dark Horse? American Caper, we talked about that. I'm going to pick that up. Probably just cover a Hellboy and the BPRD, the Ghost Ship of Labrador, is on issue number 1. You got some Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, that's on issue number 3. And The Witcher on issue number 4. Now we're at Dren Productions. And, yeah. Smokey's Junior Rangers on issue number 1. Alright. We're at Titan, home of Conan the Barbarian. And that's on issue number 26. And then you got Craniacs on issue number 2. Mad Cave Studios. Dick Tracy coming out of Mad Cave Studios. That's on issue number 13. Flash Quarterly is on issue number 5. And then there's some other books. We got Xenoscope Entertainment with 7 covers, including Grim Tales of Terra Volume 5. Distillery, The City Beneath Their Feet. The City Beneath Their Feet is on issue number 2. I feel like that issue number 1 came out a long time ago. Blind Squirrel Comics. Now we're just going to go a little faster. Antarctic Press. Fantagraphs. Disney Uncle Scrooge. Issue number 2 out of Fantagraphs. Altruist Comics. Bullet Adventures number 3. Rogue Matter. Let's see what else we got. Fair Square Graphics. That's a number 1. Ladybird. Amp Comics. Ignition Press. Roots of Madness issue number 2. I've been liking the quality of the Ignition Press books, by the way. Second Sight Publishing with Victoria Black. That's a number 1. What else we got? Cover Press. Almost to the end, it looks like. Panic Entertainment with Black Diamond. No image available for that one. Homebrewed Comics. I like Homebrewed Brews. AC with FemForce. What else we got? Tokyo Pop. The Fourth Rope. That's on issue number 3. Rekka Comics. The Future Is. That's on issue number 7. Godsend from About Time Comics. ONI Press with only 1 cover this week. High Strangeness. That's a number 1 though, and a jock cover. Committed Comics, Jackrabbit, that's also issue number 1. Scratched Comics, Black Forest, number 1. That's a number 1. Advent Comics with the number 1. Simon and Kirby and the G-Men. Ahoy Comics, home of the Toxic Crusaders, issue number 2 out there. SHP Comics, Zicky. It's on issue number 2. And that's it, comic fans. We are at the end of the list of the comic books coming out this week. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up. Comment down below. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for this week's books. Peace, deuces. We're out. Ka-chink.